Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Mentium Podcast. Today, we're supposed to be stories of impact, but as you can see, there is no guest, no interview, just real, honest reflection. I want to talk to you about something that's been on my heart since the Mentium Institute launch, something that separates dreamers from doers. The question here is very simple. Are you hungry? Because there is a difference between being hungry and just wanting to eat. Today, we are going to unpack that difference, explore how it impacts your journey, and leave you with clear steps you can take if you're truly ready to rise. Let's dive in. Let's define this first. What is the difference between hungry and just wanting to eat? The one who's hungry doesn't wait to be served. They get up, they prepare the food, they go get it, even if it is hard, even if it is far, even if they've never cooked before. The one who just wants to eat, they sit, they scroll, they wait for someone to call them to the table. And here is the reality. Life doesn't serve meals to the passive. This is not about food though. It's about your dreams, your goals, your calling. Think about this. How many times have you said you wanted something in life? A successful business, financial freedom, a confident voice, a fulfilled purpose. Now ask yourself, what are you doing daily to get that? Being hungry means doing what it takes. It means investing in yourself. It means showing up when you are tired, when it's uncomfortable, when it's not perfect. Let me tell you what being hungry looked like for me. Back in 2003, I started a janitorial business. I didn't have a business degree. I didn't have a long list of contacts. What I had was hunger because I knew as an immigrant, just having a job would not cut it for me because I had many responsibilities for people waiting for me back home. So I didn't wait for clients to come to me. I knocked on doors. I made calls. I stayed up late, woke up early, and worked harder than I ever had before. And that same year, my very first year in business, I was awarded Franchisee of the Year. Not because I had the best tools, but because I had the most determination. The next year, I received the Diamond Club Awards. And after that, Outstanding Customer Service. After that, Best Team Player. It goes on. Why? Because I showed up hungry every single day. And that's what I want for you. Not awards, not titles, but that fire, that hunger that pushes you to keep going when others quit. I didn't have all the tools, but I had the hunger. I was willing to learn, invest, grow. That hunger changed everything for me. I want to share with you stories of other people who use that same hunger to change everything for themselves and change the world even with that. The first story I would like to share with you is that of Howard Schultz. He was the former CEO of Starbucks. Schultz did not grow up wealthy. In fact, he grew up in the Brooklyn projects. When he saw a small coffee shop in Seattle, he had a vision for what it could become. But when he tried to buy the company and pitch his vision, 217 investors told him no. Imagine that, 217 rejections. A person who just wanted to eat would have given up. But Charles was hungry. He kept on going until the 218th investor said yes. Today, Starbucks is over 80 countries That's hunger in action. The other story is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born into poverty, faced abuse, and was told she didn't have the look for TV. She was fired from her first television job in Baltimore. But she was hungry for more than approval. She was hungry for purpose, healing, and impact. She didn't wait for a platform. She became the platform. Oprah didn't just want success. She worked for it, fought for it, and built it brick by brick. Let's talk about Les Brown. He usually say, "It is not over until I win." As a kid, Les Brown was labeled educable, mentally retarded, and held back in school. Most people would have believed that label, but Les was hungry. He studied, trained his voice. He practiced speaking everywhere he could, even in empty rooms. He didn't wait to be invited. He created opportunities. Today, he's one of the most influential motivational speakers in the world because hunger drove him. Last but not least is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. After being cut from the CFL, Canadian Football League, Dwayne Johnson had only $7 to his name. He was broke, depressed, and at a crossroad. But instead of giving up, he got hungry. He shifted to wrestling, built his brand, and worked nonstop. And that led to acting, production, and building an empire. His company is now called $7 Production, a reminder of where he started and how hunger changed his story. Here's where it gets dangerous. Some people confuse comfort with progress. You may look busy, you may be planning, you may be even dreaming big, but if you were not moving, if you were not sacrificing, if you were not uncomfortable, you were not hungry. You were cozy, you were wanting, not working. Let me tell you something I've learned. Hungry people outwork talented people. They don't need to have it all figured out. They just need to move. Hunger creates motion. Motion creates momentum. And momentum brings results. If you are stuck in the wanting zone, it's time to shift. Let me give you 4 steps, 4 things you can do right now to shift from wanting to being truly hungry for your goals. Step 1, decide fully. No more maybes, no more waiting for motivation. Say it out loud. I am going after this no matter what. Step 2, invest. Time, energy, money. Invest in your future like your life depends on it. Because guess what? It does. You will never regret investing in your growth. Step 3, change your environment. Get around other hungry people. Join communities that challenge you. The Mentium Institute exists for this reason. Growth is contagious when you are in the right room. Number 4, step 4, take one bold step today. Send that email, start that class, make that call. Say yes to your next level. What's one thing you've been avoiding that if you were hungry, you would already have done? Let's pause for a moment. If this episode has stirred something in you, that's not by accident. That's your hunger speaking. The world needs your voice, your work, your purpose, but it starts with you deciding that you are no longer just someone who wants. You are someone who is hungry enough to work, grow, stretch, and build. That's what the Mentium Institute is for. A place for the hungry, a community where we don't just talk about dreams, we act on them, where we coach, we learn, we grow together. So if this message is for you, if you were ready to stop watching from the sidelines, if you were tired of wanting and finally ready to rise, I invite you to join the Mentium Institute today. We've launched something powerful: courses, coaching, accountability, and a community of hungry people ready to win. You belong in that room. Head to mentium.org and join us today. Don't wait for someone to serve you. Go get your meal. Until next time, keep striving, stay hungry, and remember, you don't need permission to become who you were born to be. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I am Majama, and this is Mentium. Peace.